Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Drag Race gossip, secrets and drama. So I thought I would start a new series called Drag Race Drama Roundup, where I talk about several recent Drag Race dramas that have happened within the last week or so. Today we're going to be talking about Lady Camden being called an average dancer by another Drag Race queen, Anetra cancelling several tour dates and events, as well as Nina Bonina Brown being criticised for her comments about another Drag Race queen. All that and more coming up in today's video, so let's get started. And just before we get started, I just want to say that I'd really love to get to 100k subscribers by the end of the year, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do, as it really makes a massive difference to my channel. Thank you! Lady Camden called out by Farida Kant. A few days ago, Drag Race Italia runner-up Farida Kant posted an Instagram story where she was criticising how international queens are treated. The story included a video of season 14 contestant Lady Camden during a live performance at the Work the World tour. Farida's story was written in Italian and someone posted a translation of the story which said, "This is Lady Camden, a drag queen famous on an international level with average dancing skills, background dancers and a costume made by someone else. She's travelling the world with Work the World earning millions. Us Italian queens get excluded from all of this even though our level is the same or even better. When you are born in the wrong place but you're trying to change it, maybe one day I will, but I think I'll have to start enjoying long rimming sessions, brackets, licking someone's ass is the Italian equivalent of licking someone's boots." Many people then criticised Farida's post and said that although she was making a fair point about international queens being given less opportunities than US queens, Farida should not have singled out Lady Camden, and she also shouldn't have criticised Lady Camden's dance abilities. A Twitter user then posted the translation of this post which went viral, and many Drag Race queens then reposted the story with their thoughts. For example, fellow season 14 contestant Deja Sky retweeted the post and said, "How not to get booked 101. Jasmine Kennedy, also from season 14, said, "You can say you're not booked without tearing another girl down." And fellow season 14 contestant Cornbread also said, "Okay Farida, not too much B. Make your point without giving my sis all that heat. Bite your tongue before you pee me." And season 15 contestant Mistress Isabel Brooks tweeted and made a joke about the insinuation that Lady Camden was earning millions of dollars, and Mistress said, "Sister, can I hold $1 million at Lady Camden?" And Mistress followed this up by saying, "Just because you're on Drag Race, whether it's US or international, you're not owed bleep. Not a booking or a tour or anything else. We are all just contestants on a reality show competing for whatever the show's prize is. Stop acting entitled and get to work. Bleep's always going to be unfair." Heidi in Closet from season 12 and All Stars 8 also commented about this and said, "I don't think coming for the girls on the tour is the way to go. They aren't the ones doing the bookings. If you want more opportunities, reach out to promoters, be visible in your community, or just create your own opportunities. Easier said than done, but still possible." And Heidi then followed up by saying, "Please read thoroughly and understand before coming for me. Did I say Miss Girl was wrong? No, I was just offering my perspective being a black gay man that does drag in America. The struggles I have are a bit deeper than not being booked on some." And other queens also seemingly made some jokes in reference to this situation. For example, Brooklyn Heights from season 11 and Judge on Canada's Drag Race tweeted and said, "I too am an average dancer and somebody definitely made my costume." And in general, many people were saying that what Farida said was quite unfair to Lady Camden, but it was also a bit unfair to other queens because a lot of queens have their outfits made by other people, but that doesn't mean that they are less talented than other queens. Farida eventually addressed the drama after she had been called out by many people, and Farida tweeted saying, "Time to address my post that has been making the rounds online. I'm sorry if I have offended anyone. I know I have misspoken and in the heat of the moment I went off the wrong way. I really didn't mean to single out or throw shade at anyone. It's just that sometimes no matter how hard you try or the effort you put in and the connections you try to make, it feels like some opportunities are out of our reach regardless. Again, no shade to any queen, just my thoughts on the issue." Farida also posted another Instagram story, both in Italian and English, and it said, "I repeat, my criticism was directed to the Italian system, which despite our efforts and ability does not invest in the Italian drag world. I find myself having to fight hard to carve out my space in environments that are not exclusively part of my community LGBTQIA+. I was wrong to bring up Lady Camden. I did it instinctively when watching one of her shows. I should have made a generic speech, and for this I apologise to her first and foremost. Other than that, I am trying to do my part in Italy, which has always believed little in this art and in our community. I can only offer myself and my skills in the hopes that we are seen as human beings, artists, and no longer as a freak show at Lady Camden." And although some people in the comments said that they supported the point that Farida was trying to make, they said that Farida should have just deleted the post and shouldn't have singled out one particular queen or made mean comments about their drag skills. And this post in general has caused a lot of debate online about how the queens from different franchises of Drag Race are treated and the opportunities they are given. But also whether queens who have their costumes made for them are less talented than other queens, and the whole concept of privilege and money and how that gives certain queens an advantage in the industry. But that seems to be the end of the drama between Farida and Lady Camden, at least for the moment. Anetra tour cancellations. Anetra competed on season 15 of Drag Race US and placed runner-up and became a fan favourite ever since her time on the show. However, since Anetra appeared on the show, there have been some rumours and speculation about her because many of her tours and events have been cancelled. And a few times Anetra blamed the venue for the cancellation, but several venues also blamed Anetra and said that she hadn't responded to them. And this has been going on for quite some time. For example, back in June of this year, Havana Bar and Grill posted saying, "We apologise, but due to unknown reasons, Anetra will not be at Havana tonight. The first time she cancelled was due to health reasons. This time the manager has apologised, but he cannot find Anetra. The manager has called family and friends. Anetra is nowhere to be found. We understand the anger or frustration it may cause, but this is completely out of our hands. Havana will still be open and we will make it a great night. We will refund the people that have reserved tables. Thank you for your understanding." And rumours started to circulate about Anetra and why she was cancelling events, and Anetra posted an Instagram story saying that she was not well and had to have surgery, which is why she couldn't do certain events, and she also said people needed to stop spreading false narratives about her. Havana Bar and Grill also posted a story where they said that Anetra's manager said that they couldn't find Anetra, which is why the event was cancelled, but they also said a lot goes on behind the scenes and please keep hateful comments to yourself. A few months later, there was then another event cancellation for an event that Anetra was doing in the Philippines. But Anetra posted a story and said that the venue had not responded to her, which is why the event was cancelled. The venue then posted several Instagram stories where they said that Anetra had cancelled the gigs and they would be issuing refunds, but they were waiting for all deposits to be returned by Anetra's ex-handler. And some people have implied that Anetra was perhaps having issues with her management, and that might be why her gigs were being cancelled. There was then another cancellation, and the venue, Cabaret Mado in Montreal, posted saying that Anetra's management, Cloud9, were unable to contact Anetra, so the event was cancelled, and instead they replaced Anetra with season 14 winner Willow Pill. There was also an event cancelled in Belfast for the same reason, and the venue blamed Anetra for the cancellation even though the contracts had been signed. And there was also a Club Kids tour with Anetra in the UK that was also cancelled because apparently Anetra didn't respond to them after weeks of them trying to contact her. And during this time, fellow season 15 contestant Mistress Isabel Brooks tweeted in support of Anetra and said that people are calling Anetra, quote, unprofessional, but some people just find it overwhelming to be famous. And Mistress also said that some people have, quote, mental issues and don't know how to navigate these spaces, and she said that when Anetra is ready, she will be back and we should let her be. And then in October of this year, Anetra addressed this ongoing drama and posted a statement on her Instagram stories saying, "I'm sorry to announce that I will not be touring with Club Kids. This year has been very difficult for me in a lot of areas, and there is a lot happening behind the scenes that I'm not ready to speak on at this time. I know this will disappoint a lot of people, but I am a human being and just need a moment to heal properly and return to you 100%. Please understand, I love drag and wish I could be there with you all, but I have reached the point of necessity. This isn't me quitting, just stepping away for a moment to give my body what it needs. Please understand and stop the hate messages. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell can you love somebody else?" And this is a good reminder that we don't always know what's going on behind the scenes with the queens, and it's never okay to send hate to anyone, including the queens. And since Anetra posted this, people have speculated that perhaps Anetra was having issues with Club Kids due to the recent drama involving Club Kids being accused of not paying their performers. I did do a video recently explaining all of the drama involving Club Kids, so make sure you go and check that out, and I'll put a link in the description. But for now, it looks like Anetra is taking a break and focusing on her health, and we'll have to wait and see if there are any other further updates about this in the future. Nina Bonina Brown criticised for comments about other queens. Nina Bonina Brown competed on season 9 of Drag Race US, and since she appeared on the show, Nina has been one of the queens that has been most requested to be on All Stars. And this is because fans feel as though Nina is really talented and didn't get to show all of her talents on season 9. However, since her time on Drag Race, Nina has become somewhat controversial because she has made several critical comments about Drag Race in general as well as other queens. For example, back in 2021, Nina was accused of making transphobic comments about season 13 contestant Got Mick.
The LBM, the little black merkin.
Of course, Got Mick can wear this and still have curves. Oh, we know why.
And Nina was heavily criticised for her comments by other queens. And for example, Jan from season 12 and All Star 6 said, "Transphobia is absolutely disgusting and won't be tolerated here. Nina Bonina Brown, that was horribly violent and gross. Shame on you." Nina also apparently made other comments about Got Mick, and at one point said that Got Mick's tuck was always, quote, on point, which was also heavily criticised. However, Nina then responded to these comments and said that she was not transphobic, and she reportedly said, quote, "Just a bunch of evil white twinks out to cancel a black queen, what's new? As many times these people have read queens for having boy body, now they're mad because I said somebody has curves, was I lying? At this rate, if anyone goes against Got Mick or says he isn't that great or you don't like a runway, you're transphobic, lol." There have also been several other dramas that Nina's been involved in, with people saying that her comments are often insensitive and rude. I won't go through all of the previous examples, but the YouTube channel Green Gay did a very thorough video about the controversies of Nina, so make sure you go and check that out for more of the backstory. I'll put a link in the description. However, Nina has now been involved in some more recent drama after some comments that she made about some of the cast members of Canada's Drag Race Season 4, which was recently announced. On the 20th of October, Canada's Drag Race Season 1 contestant Kiara posted a video clip from Nina's recent YouTube video where Nina was watching the Meet the Queens for the cast of Canada's Drag Race Season 4 and also Dragula Season 5. And Kiara said, "Any mature opinions for Nina?" And in the clip, Nina was talking about the contestant from season 4 of Canada's Drag Race named Denim, who is a trans man, and people said that Nina was being rude about Denim.
As the first trans man on Canada's Drag Race.
What do y'all feel when you see other trans men when they do that, but then also get back into drag and to being a woman?
Long live Denim.
I can't. Everything is so. I'm like so weird.
And for example, Canada's Drag Race Season 2 contestant Eve 6000 retweeted Kiara's post and said, "Like clockwork, she's always got something nasty to say about a trans person from her mother's basement." And in the same YouTube video from Nina, she also made a comment about a contestant on Season 4 of Canada's Drag Race called The Girlfriend Experience, who is also trans.
I am bringing a vagina, literally,
different experience, is a trans icon.
I knew it. She's trans, and I can see in the chest. I'm like, the moans are moaning. They're starting to moan.
And Girlfriend responded to these comments made by Nina. And Girlfriend said, "No babe, the moans moaned 6 years ago. These are 275cc. Great surgeon and universal healthcare, but thanks." And a Twitter user responded to this and said, "Nina needs to leave the dolls alone. Every time a trans diva slays the boots fiercely down the house, she has something to say about it." And Girlfriend replied saying, "She's dysphoric, I'll send her my doctor's name." But since then, Nina doesn't seem to have responded to this criticism, so we'll have to see if Nina addresses this drama and makes any further comments. So there you go, there was a Drag Race drama roundup about some recent drama that happened in the world of RuPaul's Drag Race. Did you know about any of this drama before? And what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. And as always, please remember that this video is just for entertainment purposes only, so just enjoy this video passively, and remember that it's never okay to send hate to any of the queens. Let's all keep it nice and friendly, please. I'd also like to say a massive thank you to all of my amazing Patreon members. In the You're a Winner Baby tier, we have Emerald1508 and PC Smush. And then in the Shantae You Stay tier, we have Becky, Charlie, David, Emma, Kylie, Max, Tebby and Craig. Thank you all so much for your incredible ongoing support. It really does make such a massive difference to my channel, and it allows me to keep making videos for you all, so thank you all so much. If you'd like to join my Patreon and get exclusive benefits, such as early access to my videos, shoutouts in my videos, as well as priority access when submitting interview questions, among other benefits, you can join my Patreon for just a few dollars a month to unlock these amazing benefits, and I'll put a link in the description. Please make sure you like, comment and share this video, as it really helps support my channel. And of course, please make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay up to date about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again in future videos. Thank you, bye!